Hey friends, it's Debbie from RefreshRestyle.com, and today I'm going to be sharing a new project with Chalk Couture chalk paste. I hope you'll join me. This is called seasoning the chalkboard, and you simply use a piece of chalk and rub it all over the chalkboard and then wipe it off with a cloth. Be sure to do this with every new chalkboard before you write on it. Some of the transfers have an option of trimming, and you can cut out whatever section you want to use, or you can use the transfer as is. This makes the transfers easier to layer because once a section is dry, you can lay another transfer over that to create whatever look you'd like. Once you've decided on your transfer, you need to fuzz it. This is called fuzzing the transfer. It makes it easier to remove after you've used the chalk paste, and believe me, they are very sticky. Place your transfer where you'd like it on your chalkboard, and you can get creative with this and do anything you'd like. I simply placed mine a little above center. Use your squeegee to go over the transfer to make sure it's secure on your chalkboard. And I'm going to be using the white Chalkology paste. I'm just going to use a little stick to stir it well. And you'll want to do this before you actually use your chalk paste. I like to keep wipes or damp cloth nearby just to wipe the chalk paste off my fingers and to clean up any little messes I might make on the chalkboard. As you can see here, I'm loading the transfer with the chalk paste, and after you get it placed, then you just use your squeegee to skim across. You can remove all the excess and put it back into the container and use it later. You really don't use very much chalk paste at all. You just want to make sure that all the words on your transfer are covered, and wipe your squeegee off after you're finished because the chalk paste dries pretty fast. Use both hands to remove your transfer because the transfers will stretch, and if you just pull it off in an evenly fashion, it will be fine. You can use it time after time. Now that the first transfer area has dried, I'm layering the flowers on top, and just like I did before, I'm using my squeegee to make sure that the transfer is attached to the chalkboard. And while I'm doing this, my other transfer is soaking in a pan of water to make sure it doesn't dry before I can clean it. The chalk paste dries fairly quick, so you'll want to keep your transfers wet until you can clean them. And I'm using the color, let me see, coastal blue for the flowers just to make it a soft piece of art. And I just use my stir stick to lay the chalk paste on, and now I'm using a squeegee to smooth it out. Uh, Everybody uses a different method when laying their chalk paste on, and any of them will work. You just work with that to see whatever's most comfortable for you. I just like to put it on in a way that it doesn't get on the chalkboard area that I'm not trying to chalk. Just like with the first transfer, remove all the excess chalk paste, and now you're ready to remove your transfer. Remove it evenly as not to stretch it, because you're going to be able to use these on a lot of projects, and that way if you remove it evenly, it ensures that the transfer doesn't stretch and it's ready for your next project. After you remove it from your chalkboard, go ahead and place it in a pan of water or a sink to keep the chalk paste wet until you are ready to clean it. And now I'm just using a wipe to wipe off a little extra that I got around the edges that I don't want on my chalkboard.